Good evening. Good and glorious and wonderful evening to you, your family, your friends. How are you this fine day? Thank you as usual for joining us. Thank you so much for being a part of our collective family, our clerisy, those of the conspiratorium, those of us who actually look for evidence of cabals and the like, anybody, anything, anyone who dares to obstruct or hurt or harm our brand new, yet in the scheme of things, our wonderful, wonderful country. Let me say, I hope your day is going well. I had a marvelous day today, Mrs. Ellen. I had a delightful time. Went out and purchased our weekly ration of just corn, mushrooms, asparagus, just this big cauldron of corn. I love it. And even though the Jersey corn is not ready yet, that's more July, which is something that you have not even, you don't even know how wonderful that is. We've got some great stuff from Georgia. My friends, vegetables are so easily done. Just so easy. Just, you know how wonderful it is just to take regular mushrooms, cremini, buttons, I don't care. Nothing fancy. Nothing fancy. Just in a saute pan, a little chicken broth. Just kind of get them going. Throw in, I love to take my red pepper flakes and put them in a coffee grinder, really pulverize them. So when you add it, it's like 10 times the power. And just let it just perfuse, osmotically combined. Gorgeous. It's wonderful. And then some sriracha, whatever you want. It's like meat. It's this huge bowl of, I know some people don't like mushrooms. Asparagus. Just simple. Don't complicate it. Broil it. And you don't need oil. You don't need oil. I can't say this enough to you. You don't need oil. You'd be surprised. You can take something so beautiful, so wonderful, and kill it with oil. It's like, why are you adding oil? Why? It makes fat, it's calories. Why you don't need it? Try it. But I'm used to this. No, please. Try it. Even the sprays that you ever read the spray where it says how much fat, how many calories, X amount of, it's this, read how much you have to just, I say, I could you go like that? You know, right? That's what most people do. I say, that's not much. Do yourself a favor. Try something just to see if you can do it. Say, I'm not going to use oil. Get rid of this oil. What's all this oil for? Why? What am I doing? I'm adding why? So wonderful. Just there's so many great farms. Jersey, you drive to Jersey. It's just beautiful. Just, oh my God. Today I saw something that I wanted to share with you before we get to the issue at hand. And please like the video. Please subscribe. Please. Who hasn't subscribed and who hasn't? Who's new here? Any brand news? Any newbies? Please let us know. We're always glad to identify new friends and new folk. I saw something today. I'm going to explain this to you and not try to embellish it. I was walking through this big place. I mean, this place is so packed, huge. And when there's during the Thanksgiving, apples and pies, forget it. You can't get near it. So as I'm pushing the basket, the buggy, the cart, whatever you want to call it, I turn, and there's a guy who was well over 6 feet tall. Just imagine this. I was just looking down for something, and I looked, Imagine wearing regular lady sandals, like summertime, not. I don't know if his legs were shaved. No, they weren't. But it wasn't very hairy, but just, And then a kind of my names for ladies' clothing, like a skirt with you're gonna love this, bare midriff, with hair like a landing strip, one of those linea alba type of thing. I don't know what the name of it is, but the top, so to speak, like you would see with straps, like a 3-day, 4-day-old beard, maybe. Little makeup. No. It was just a guy wearing women's clothes. And no people pushing around. And I didn't want to stare, but I just couldn't figure it out. I said, this was now work with me. I wanted so much. I wish I could do this. I wish I could say, may I ask you a question? Yes. By the way, here's to you. Here's to your freedom of expression. You go for it. Whatever you want is fine with me. I don't care. It's none of my business. But the question I wanted to ask was simply this. You have made no effort whatsoever to even remotely appear, quote, feminine. Rachel Levine, other people, they will do something. They will wear makeup, something that says, I'm a woman. They just don't say, their hair is long. Something. This was just a guy wearing. And I would have loved to have said, can you explain this to me? Does this qualify as transgender? Or does this qualify as transvestitism? Curious. Because I'm curious. I want to know. That's all I want to know. Just let me know. It was fascinating. Fascinating. It was something that I wanted to show. And I think it is absolutely, someone writes here, freedom of expression is the American way, Luciferian inversion, the Decepticon way. Perhaps. I don't necessarily see that. Trey, by the way, thank you for weighing in. I live in the United States. I believe in this thing called the Constitution. If you want to dress like that, you're not hurting anybody. Why if I wear this, what's so special about it? Oh, that's okay. What do you mean it's okay? If I want to wear a dress and I want to do this, what's wrong with that? Summer dresses are the most comfortable this time of year. Could very well be. I've never worn a dress. Never. I've never, or a kilt. It might feel great. Lucifer, if this is Satanism, if this is that, I don't think Satan's really up to speed. I would think Satan would be a little bit more kind of devilish, dare I say, not to be punny, but I think a little bit more, you know what I mean? That's it? Now, by the by, brand new kids, here we go. This is I've got so many windows open, I don't know where the hell I am. Hang on a minute. There we go. Brand new video, please. We'll get to the Cartels in a moment, but I did want to share that with you. I just want to share this with you. It's a very, very simple thing. And I forgot to tell you. I felt, because deep down in my heart, I don't want anybody to ever feel awkward. I know you might say to yourself, that's kind of weird. No, I don't. I don't want people to ever feel, I don't like mocking people because of the way they look, or, I've always seen kids who, I don't know. I just have always had this soft spot for anybody who looks a little bit different, whatever it is. I see, like, sometimes you'll see a family with this child who is, my heart breaks to see these family members who have these children who are demonstrably neurologically impaired. I don't know what the issue, what it's called, but you think, oh, that must be, because you want the best for your children and you realize they're going to need help and I'm going to predecease, obviously, and who will take care of them. It's going to be awful. My heart breaks for these people. My heart breaks. So as I make a long story short, so I'm looking, I see him, and I looked, and we made eye contact, and I'm not trying to stare, and he looked at me like this, kind of like smiling, like, very nice smile, with the beard and all that, and don't ask me why. My response was, how are you? And it just kept going. It's like, hey, how you doing? How you doing? No big deal. Do you understand this? It's one of those things where it was fascinating, but I wish I could have said, may I speak with you, sir, ma'am, whatever. I want to know how it is. Tell me what you feel. Tell me. I'm tired of just hearing about Dylan Mulvaney. Tell me what you feel. I've asked all my gay friends from time to time, when did you know? From the beginning. They always say the same thing. Doesn't that interest you? People interest me. Okay, here's the subject. I'm not going to spend a lot of time. It's Saturday night. You people are busy. You people are busy. I understand that. Here's my question for you. Very, 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 very simple. Very simple. My question to you is this. Would you have any objection if I was your president? Well, first of all, it'd be a bit of a problem. I love when people say they get a little, or what's the word? They get creative. They get creative. And they say, we're going to do things differently. And one of the things I would do is I'd love to call, what's his name? The Mexican president dude. And say, listen, I want to talk to you for a minute. Now, listen, I know you've been saying for the longest time that you can't do anything about the Mexican cartels. I know. You're saying, oh, we can't do anything about it. I know. But I don't believe you. And you know and I know that there's something you can do about it. And I'm telling you right now, my friend. What's his name? Obrador, Mexican Prez. What's his name? Obrador. Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador. Okay, Mr. Obrador. I'm telling you, senor. Here's what we're going to do. And you can work with me on this, or you can work against me. We have been conducting a lot of intel over the past, whatever. Oh, yeah. You know that, right? Yeah. We're pretty good at this. You may not think we're good. I know we look like we're a bunch of schmucks with people running around and our woke military, but we're pretty good. We're pretty good about this stuff. We're not kidding around. You got it? So here's the deal. You can help us or not. It's kind of up to you. But here's my thing. Here's my story. If you don't help us, there's going to be sanction problems, whatever it is. But in the meantime, this is important. We're going to target people. Now, I got news for you. We're going to target, eliminate. There have been people in the world that me personally, that I've kind of liked. I shouldn't say this. I like the idea. If you've got a beef with Saddam Hussein, get Saddam Hussein. Don't go after the country. If you've got a beef with this guy, go after that guy. You got a beef with Assad, don't destroy a country. Don't steal it and use his capture as an excuse. So we're going to go after these folks. And Mossad does it. We've done it. We've done it with that guy. What's his face? What's that feller? Casey Kasem Salami or whatever his name is, we got him. Remember that? They identified him with a ring. I'm not even saying it's wise or good. I don't know. But I do know this. The Mexican cartels are involved actively in basically violating our sovereignty. They're involved in drug trafficking. They're finding, bands and wristbands and, bracelets. They're hitting these people up. They're just charging exorbitant amounts of money for their safe passage. And then they owe them forever once they're here. So I want you to help me out. We got a list. And we're going to do it. And don't be surprised if all of a sudden you hear this, because you never really hear. You don't hear drones. You don't hear them. You don't hear anything. All of a sudden, what's that? I don't know. Plausible deniability. Did you do that? What? Did we do that? No. Why? Who'd you get? El Chapito. Who's that? Oh, is he a cartel member? I'll be doggone. How about the Sinaloa cartel? Really? Wow. Huh. Then the next one. Boom. Now this is the whatever. And have them say, are they targeting us? I don't know. What do you think? And then another one, and another one, and another one. And pretty soon they're saying, wait a minute, what's going on here? Remember the movie, what was it? Not Clear and Present Danger. It's one of those Jack Ryan's movies. It was Willem Dafoe, Tom Clancy, Willem Dafoe, Harrison Ford, James Earl Jones, where they had these cartel members. I think they killed somebody. Anyway, these cartel members, and they basically targeted them. Now, I'm not one of these people, these hellfire. But if I was a president, I would say we're going to do things completely differently. Completely different. I want to find out where their money is. I want to take out their grid, so to speak, and I want to have this asymmetrical warfare. I don't want to go after the people, find people in Mexico. I don't want to take civilians out. I don't need to do that anymore. We're done with that. We're out of that business. The military-industrial complex is over. Sorry, we're not going to need F-35 Raptors, and we don't need any of that stuff. We don't need any of this stuff. Very simple. Those are the enemy. Who's with me on that one? Who's with me? That's our enemy. You're attacking the United States. You are of a sizable unit just because you don't have a uniform, just because you're not associated officially with a country. You're actually attacking my country. You have declared war on my country, and I'm going to show you this is what we do because I'm a realist. When Israel went after, was it Fatah really? After Munich. They got the wrong guy. That one, the poor Moroccan waiter. It's horrible. And they've had some mistakes, but I've loved that idea. They got the message. It's a brutal world out there. How do you expect us? We talk about fentanyl. Everybody with their fentanyl is fentanyl. YL, fentanyl, Benadryl. View from the kill. It's like people always say Tijuana. Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Browns. It's Tijuana, T-I-J. There's no T-I-A. Where did that come from? Tijuana. We're going to Tijuana. Realtor. Jewelry. What are you adding syllables for? I don't know. Jewelry. Tijuana. What are you doing? So here's the thing. We have people on the border. And by the way, if I was meeting with the cartel folks, the cartel members say, you could stop this. I know you're right about that, but I'm the president now, and we're stopping it. The border is closed. Did you know that? It's closed. Really? Go check. Try it. Try it. Hey, what happened? We don't need walls. We're there. We know where you are. What I'm trying to say, my friends, is we have to do something. And I got to tell you one story today. This kills me. I want to share it with you. I don't want to mock. I'm never gonna read a name out of an email that I get. But I got this. Someone asked me, "Do you have to talk about Trump? You talk a lot about Trump." I didn't know what to say. I didn't have the heart to say, "Listen, he's kind of in the news, and he's the Republican nominee. If it was a Democratic nominee, and the Democratic Department of Justice is going after him to try to put a judicial hit through lawfare, basically, to get him off the ballot through criminal prosecution. You don't think that's worthy of, yeah, but you're talking about Trump." And I thought to myself, oh my God, this is a coup. It's a kind of a coup d'etat. Even though he's not in office right now, it's a coup against our system. And you find this problematic. I don't know what to say. 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 I don't know what to say anymore. Just when you think I'm getting through to people, they understand me. They understand. I get this. Why are you talking about Trump? Like I like him or something. Oh, you're a Trump. Have you heard anything I said? I'm writing in Bobby Kennedy's name. I'm not even voting for him. I've been through this, and and just when you think, okay, I've made it very clear. I've been very clear in this. I've been very, very, very clear. If you ever do this business, whatever this is, you will find yourself, if you're a Neilarian, you will find yourself sometimes thinking, am I getting through to, am I getting through to anybody here? Does anybody make it? I'm not like everybody else. I'm not the usual people. That's not my thing. I don't do that. Does that make sense to you? I don't do that. I don't just sit there and, okay, the Trump. No, it's not about Trump. It's the bigger picture. It's about a candidate, the leading candidate for a party, being taken out via. Does that make any sense? Tell me you're getting through it. Tell me. You understand this? Now, your comments are just incredible. I find sometimes these wonderful, how do I say this? This incredible perseveration of thoughts that might be, I don't know, not daft at all, but certainly not mainstream. I applaud you for that. I applaud you. Absolutely applaud you. Wonderful. Thank you for that. I couldn't help going back to my old original. Somebody says, do you put butter on vegetables? Butter. Why would you put butter? Why would you ruin it with butter? Do you know what that does to you? And if you tell me I'm going back to this again. I know I'm going. The French enigma or the French conundrum, or if you think that saturated fat is good for you, if you're going to tell me whether it's keto or this or whatever, I mean, if you're going to try to tell me that, there is no hope for you. But you have the right to say that. Nobody should stop you because of misinformation or disinformation. If you think there's nothing, if you think LDL cholesterol means nothing, if you think there's no connection between LDL and cardiovascular disease, if you or one of these people that say, no, that's not it. If you're one of these people who are stuck on seed oil, there's all these seed oil people, all of a sudden it's like, that's it. If you think that your whole world are carbs, and there's something to be said for that, but if that's your thing, if you're one of these people that say, well, butter is a great thing, and it's okay, you're entitled to think that. But I don't know what to say to you. This is where I'm thinking, wow. And I appreciate that. This is why we have different religions. We have different politics. You can say whatever you want. Some people think there's aliens. Some people don't. Some people believe in God. Some people don't. But my favorite is butter is very good. Really? Well, just don't eat a lot of it. It's good for you, huh? Of course. Really. Saturated fat is good for you. I see. And you know that. Oh yes, because there's a YouTube. I'll send you a YouTube. There's a guy. He says I'll send you a YouTube. Okay, good. You're entitled to that. And that's what makes this place so wonderful. It's the most wonderful place in the world. And I sit back and I say, God bless America. You can think whatever you want, and you do whatever you want. Far be it from me. If you want to smoke cigarettes, go ahead and do it. It's not a good idea. But you should be free to do that. Just don't give it to kids. I don't want to smoke it around me because I don't want to smell it. But you're entitled to do that. You can think anything you want. That's why I realize we will find a reality. And we will say, any expert? Yes, I'd like to drink a lot, please. Any experts on that? Do you have a YouTube on how drinking a lot is good? Oh, you do? Oh, can you send that to me? Good, thanks. Oh, there you go. Who is he? Well, he's a doctor who says they've proved that getting drunk every day is good for you. Can you send that to me? Good. Thank you. How about breaking wind in public? Anybody have any idea? Is that's polite? Can you send me a video on that? Oh, there you go. How about eating beef tallow? Is that good? You know, like deep frying, like Oreos in butter. Do you have any? Is there? Oh, can I get a video on that? Good. Thank you. There is somebody who will say whatever you want. And you know what? And it should be like that. It should be like that. It should be like that. It really should. My favorite is moderation is a key. What's moderate? Huh? What's moderate? Well, you know, not a lot. What's a lot? What's a lot? Oh, it's a lot. One of my biggest problems is when you have drunk driving statutes. You cannot drive with a blood alcohol level above a 0.08. What's a 0.08? I don't know. Why are you giving out numbers to people? They don't know what a 0.08 is. With a 0.23 hematocrit per volume deciliter. We just have these things. Just don't, you know. It's good to exercise a little bit. What does that mean? I don't know. Just moderation. Just moderate. And we will say things that just make us feel better. Well, that's okay. You know, I mean, once in a while. That is the beauty of either rationalization or intellectualization. And here is the best. Listen to me. This is the best answer you can give. I don't care. I just don't care about this. I should care. I'm not going to insult your intelligence by making something up. I just don't care. It doesn't mean anything to me. It doesn't mean anything to me. That's the beauty of the human spirit. When people who say, why don't this poor person, she's so obese. Why do you do that? I don't know. I've tried everything. Really? Yeah. I just say, don't tell me that. I don't care what you want to do. Do whatever you want. It's just a free country. But don't tell me you've done everything. Just don't say that to me. You're insulting me. Just say, I don't care about this. I don't care. I don't see it as a big deal. I got plenty of time. It hasn't hit me yet. I wish I could do anything. I wish I could go. I just don't. It doesn't mean that much. I don't want to do anything yet. Okay, that's all. Just say it. Just say it. I like when people say, yeah, I don't exercise. You know, I don't care. Just say, I don't want to exercise. Don't tell me a reason. You know, I work so long. I just don't have time. Stop that. Just do what I do. I don't want to do that. I don't. Don't ever lie to yourself. That's all. That's all. All right, my friends. I hope everybody's having a good night. Do you mind if we do this? Can we just end on a happy note? Can we do a little, I love doing this. Can we do a kind of a roll call? Where is everybody from? I love to see where you're from. It's so terrific. I just love to see the names of, I just imagine little red dots on this map, you know, this UK and Australia and Ohio and this. Where is everybody from? Where's everybody from? That's all. That's all. Let's go. Where's everybody from? Zephyr Hills, Florida. Zephyr Hills, Florida. I did my 2 skydives there. AFL level 1 and a tandem. Jupiter, Florida, I guess that is. Alaska, beautiful Alaska. Florida. See, I want to know the city in your state, not your state, the city, city. Largo, thank you, Sadie. Largo is good. Suffern, New York. Suffern, Succotash, Alabama. Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia. Isn't that one? Stolen Dem Bastion of Colorado. Been to Colorado many times. Very, very interesting. Right around the Denver airport. I remember going to a Phillips 66 or gas station. And in this gas station, on my way, they had this Indian restaurant and a gas station. And they had curried goat. No, not curried goat. That's more Jamaican. But it had goat and everything. It was, but it was fascinating. They had the business was packed at a gas station. It was wonderful. Brighton Beach, Brooklyn, UK, don't know. Bellefontaine, Ohio. Isn't it beautiful? Windsor, Connecticut. Oh, isn't that beautiful? The Nutmeg State. Yep, indeed. That's it. Seattle, we know where that is. Thank you so much. Boy, you are just raring to go tonight, aren't you? You are just pouring. You are just... It must be a Saturday night. Everybody's kind of kicking back. I don't blame you. Normally, it's a wonderful time for me to watch those wonderful PBS things where the best of the 4 freshmen. They have the doo-wop, you know. They have these fundraisers. I just love to watch this stuff. Gary Lewis and the Playboys. Ooh. All right, dear friends. Have a great and a wonderful day. You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? You are so beautiful to me. So let's get those cartels. Remember what they're doing to Trump? It's not about Trump. It's what they're doing it's the big picture. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. And you have a great and a glorious day. And I thank you so very much. Remember, be careful what you say. Watch what you say. That's all I'm going to tell you. Until then, we'll see you tomorrow, friends, 8 a.m. usual time here. And don't forget these parting words, this valedictory, this sayonara, this adios, this coda, as it were, the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue ya. Ta-ta.